Hey everybody, Michael Snyder, California Weather Watch. Today is August 26th, and right now we are looking at the visible satellite imagery. This is yesterday morning, though. We had ongoing thunderstorms right on the California-Arizona border, and that was just a precursor of things to come because watch what happens yesterday. If you missed it for what was going on at Phoenix, Arizona yesterday, especially at the airport. Some very strong winds. We had damage at the airport, had things just completely shut down. We had blowing dust, big haboob moving across the area, and we had thunderstorms all over the state of California as well. I mean, just absolutely ridiculous amounts of lightning. Watch as we go through the day yesterday. Look at the Sierra Nevada just getting lit up here. Off to the west of I-5, up across some of the Siskiyous there, Klamath Range, Cascades, thunderstorm activity. Look at the Peninsular Range, the Transverse Range just blowing up. Desert area, especially out towards the Salton Sea. Palm Springs yesterday, man, you name it, we got it. What a day yesterday. And then we went through the overnight hours. Thunderstorms continuing for some locations. And we come back out towards this morning. They're still going on across some of the foothills there towards the Sierra Nevada. You can see the I-5 corridor right there. And this is where we are right about now. Get some thunderstorms there right along the I-5 corridor in the Sacramento Valley now as well, and some of the foothill areas. And kind of a repeat here again today. We got some flooding potential, especially across the Sierra Nevada today, as these thunderstorms are, kind of moving over the same area the last few days. So definitely something to watch for if you're off across the Sierra Nevada, if you're traveling back and forth through the day today and tomorrow. And there is that flood watch there. You can see it does include Reno, there's South Lake Tahoe, and there's Susanville up here. And if we go to the Reno National Weather Service, you can see it does include Tonopah, Nevada here, and there's Bridgeport, Mammoth Lakes, and Bishop, California. We go down towards Hanford. You can see Lake Isabella. Bakersfield is just off to the west of this across some of the higher terrain. That flood watch is still in effect. Still some flood advisories for some select locations out there as well. So this is Phoenix, Arizona. Again, isolated thunderstorms, probably not as extreme as what was going on yesterday. Yesterday was just kind of a crazy show out there in the Department of Transportation. Some storm chasers got better images than this, but you can see just this wall of dust moving across the area. Very heavy winds, dropped the temperature rapidly, thunderstorm activity, shut down the airport for a time. This is about, 5 p.m. yesterday or so. Flash flood watch here for some portions of California and Nevada there. There's Las Vegas, doesn't include it. You see Esmeralda County, Nye County, there is Bishop, and Death Valley would be right about there. We did some nice lightning strikes there yesterday for Death Valley. Saw a storm chaser get that. John Serlin, man, what a shot. Now, this is for today. You can see that slight risk there for the Sierra Nevada. Again, strong thunderstorms out there, heavy rainfall, slight chance of some flash flooding for individual locations, and that extends all the way down across the desert areas and portions of southern and southeastern Arizona here again today. So let's back up and we'll do day 2 and kind of a continuation there as we're going to develop thunderstorms again, yet again tomorrow for the Sierra Nevada and some of the deserts of California. So that monsoon moisture is in place. This is the driver of all this crazy weather and all this thunderstorm activity. But I also want to show you there's Juliet roaming around out here. Tropical storm Juliet trying to bring its moisture plume towards the southwest USA. Some of the models are cutting it off just before it gets there, but some of the high resolution models showing up here as this gets closer to moving into Southern California are starting to show some of the precipitation moving into Southern California. More on that here in a moment. And if we take a look, there's Juliet. We have additional chance of development here, as you can see, across some of the intertropical convergence zone. These ones don't look like they're going to be, too much of a threat to the Southwest USA or Hawaiian Islands for that matter right now. But the ATCF guidance, you can kind of see it does show some of this, it does show Juliet getting a little bit closer there. But again, the global models are still kind of cutting off this moisture before it gets back into Southern California. Now, there's Juliet here on last night's European Artificial Intelligence. You'll see this is about 2,500 feet off the surface. It does show that tropical system, but as it moves north, it is going to be weakening quite dramatically, and the artificial intelligence now keeps that moisture away from Southern California. So just thought I would mention that since we've been talking about it the last few days. Now, however, we're going to look at the high resolution rapid refresh over the next 48 hours. So here we go through the day today. And you see, it's really not picking up some of this thunderstorm activity already ongoing as we speak. Sacramento Valley area, some of the foothills, it's not really picking that up too much. But look at that. It really does redevelop these thunderstorms here. Again, just off to the west and northwest of Redding, some of these storms are producing quite a bit of precipitation. And again, across some of Southern California, the higher terrain desert areas. And that pushes off. And then we go on in through the nighttime until Wednesday morning. We redevelop those thunderstorms yet again tomorrow tomorrow. Probably not as much coverage as the last couple of days, though. And you see this down here as we go through Wednesday night. That is Juliet's moisture trying to move back up across the area. So got to be careful with that. That could bring some additional heavy rain potential into Southern California. And again, we'll check back on that again tomorrow, because you saw the global models weren't allowing a lot of that moisture to move in. And look at the North American model. This isn't a high resolution look at things here, but the North American high resolution model is going to be kind of similar here. And it does show some of that precipitation trying to move towards Southern California and San Diego. So we'll be watching that very closely here tomorrow. Still a couple days to deal with that system. Now, daily 2-meter max temperature, we're getting, we're suppressing the temperature somewhat. We got cloud cover across the region. Here we go for tomorrow. There's Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. No big changes as we go through the weekend as far as temperatures are concerned. Then who knows what's going to happen on in through next week. And again, one more look at Juliet as we speak there on the infrared satellite imagery. So we do have some time before this is going to try to make its way up north. 6 to 10 day, kind of a mixed bag here for the Southwest California. Still that above normal signal there for much of the state. Near normal and above normal as we go through September 4th for much of the Southwest. Also 8 to 14 day mixed bag and near normal mixed bag there as well. And if you guys want to check out the Patreon page here, this is the best way to get, if there's some kind of problem with the YouTube page or anything, if there's any other kind of hacking event, which I don't foresee or anything, but just keep it in the back of your mind to check the Patreon page for updates here. And I'll try to do daily updates here as well. And I put the daily videos in there also. So anyway, thanks for joining up here. The Patreon page generally lets the creators keep about 90% of your hard-earned money that you're donating here, not quite as much via YouTube. I know YouTube is a little bit more, it's easier to kind of do it, to keep it all in one place there, but just kind of keep that in mind. But anyway, yeah, we'll do this all again tomorrow. Hopefully you guys are having a good day. Stay safe out there, and I will talk to you guys later.